Well, good afternoon, everyone. Success is something we all strive for. We measure it in terms of money, titles, and accomplishments. But if we dig a little deeper, we realize that real success isn't about what we have, but rather it's about who we become along the way. To understand real success, we need to look beyond the conventional definitions of achievement. We need to think about the impact we have on others, the way we feel when we wake up in the morning, and the legacy we leave behind. Real success is not defined by the trophies we collect, but by the influence we have on the lives of the people around us. Success begins with knowing why you do what you do. This understanding forms the foundation for everything else in life, work, and personal growth. Often, we are encouraged to focus on the how and the what, how we perform our tasks, what the outcomes are, and what others think of us along the way. However, the driving force behind real success lies in the question of why. Why do we pursue our goals? Why are we passionate about certain things? Why do we choose the paths we take? Without this clarity, the effort and energy we put in can feel directionless, and the rewards, when they arrive, can feel empty. At its core, understanding why helps to set a course that aligns our actions with our values and aspirations. It allows us to recognize and focus on what truly matters to us, which can then shape the decisions we make. For example, when someone chooses a career, it's common to ask about the salary, the job security, or even the social status that the position may offer. But these factors are external. What about the internal drivers? Why is the person interested in that particular field? Is it a desire to solve a specific problem, to help others, to learn continuously, or to create something that leaves a legacy? When people are clear on their why, it transcends any temporary disappointments or challenges they may face because they have a purpose to guide them. People who know their why are more likely to be resilient because that purpose drives them through hardship and obstacles. Without a solid understanding of why we do something, it's easy to lose motivation when things get tough. Challenges and difficulties become major setbacks, and we might feel discouraged to the point of giving up. But when the motivation is rooted in something deeper, a sense of meaning or an underlying reason for the pursuit, it's easier to press on despite the hard moments. Whether it's the idea of creating a more sustainable world, improving someone's life through innovation, or sharing a story with the potential to inspire others, the why becomes a source of strength when nothing else seems to matter. Similarly, knowing your why shapes not only your endurance, but also your direction. In a world where distractions abound and so many paths seem viable, a strong understanding of why you're headed in a particular direction provides a compass for choosing where to go next. There are countless opportunities and offers that come our way, and it can be easy to chase every new idea or project without taking the time to filter them through our purpose. A solid why helps us to say no to opportunities that may sound attractive but ultimately distract from the bigger picture. It eliminates the noise and helps us focus our efforts on the things that truly matter and align with our goals. Moreover, understanding your why doesn't just impact your individual success, it impacts the success of those around you. When you know why you're doing something, you can communicate it with others in a way that resonates. A clear purpose acts as a beacon that attracts like-minded people who share in your vision. The collaboration becomes more authentic, relationships become stronger, and you start building networks with people who are not just colleagues, but true partners in a common cause. Why has the power to unite people with a similar goal, and in many cases creates a sense of camaraderie and trust that helps everyone succeed collectively. This clarity of purpose also enhances the quality of the work that is produced. When work is driven by passion and meaning, it resonates more deeply with the person doing it. There's a level of enthusiasm and energy that goes into the process, making each step not just a task to complete, but a part of the journey towards fulfilling a greater purpose. This is the difference between a task done out of obligation and a task done out of dedication. A person who works with passion, driven by a deep-rooted reason for doing so, tends to go the extra mile, seek creative solutions, and pour effort into doing things right because they care about the end result, not just for themselves, but for something or someone bigger than them. Real success involves the integration of this why into every aspect of your life. It's not merely about finding satisfaction in achievements, but connecting those achievements with something meaningful. True purpose involves an understanding that every effort you put forth has weight. It's linked to a bigger picture, a lasting contribution. People who achieve success without fully embracing their why often feel a sense of emptiness despite their accomplishments. They achieve what society tells them is important, but without a deeper connection to what they value, they miss the fulfillment that can come from knowing that their work matters in ways that go beyond personal gain. Conversely, those who understand their why bring that understanding into all they do. Whether big or small, their every action reflects the meaning behind their work, contributing to something they believe in. Real success is about positively influencing the lives of others. It's easy to think of success as something personal achievements, personal wealth, personal recognition. These elements might appear at the top of many people's success criteria. But when you dig deeper, you realize that true success is not just about reaching personal goals, but about the impact you have on those around you. It's the ripple effect you create by improving, inspiring, or lifting up the people in your sphere of influence. True success, then, is defined by the positive mark you leave on the world and the people you interact with. At the heart of this idea lies the concept of contribution. Many people live their lives chasing their own ambitions without thinking about how their journey affects others. This is not to say that achieving personal goals is wrong, it's necessary. However, when the entire focus of our success is confined to what we can achieve for ourselves, we limit both the richness of our lives and the broader effect we can have. Success becomes narrow, it becomes self-serving, and ultimately it is hollow. When you begin to view success through the lens of influence, you start to realize that every choice you make can affect others, either positively or negatively. Whether it's through the way you lead a team, how you support a friend, or the example you set in your community, your actions send out waves of influence. These waves spread out, impacting people in ways that are often unseen or unnoticed. A kind word, an act of encouragement, a small gesture of support can change the course of someone else's life. These seemingly insignificant moments can compound, making an extraordinary difference in another person's journey. The people who are remembered for their success aren't necessarily those who have achieved the most for themselves, but those who have done something significant for others. Think of individuals who have used their success not only for personal gain, but to improve the lives of others through philanthropy, teaching, or mentoring. Their stories show that true success isn't about keeping score for yourself, but extending your resources, skills, and time to help others grow. Their influence outlives them, creating a lasting legacy that enriches the lives of generations. This is not limited to world leaders or high-profile public figures. It's just as powerful in everyday interactions. Real success in the workplace is often reflected in how you make your team feel, how you motivate them, how you help them reach their potential, and how you contribute to a culture of collaboration and support. A successful leader is one who invests in the growth of others, empowering them to shine. The true reward of leadership is not the titles, the accolades, or the paycheck, but the knowledge that you played a part in someone else's success and helped them discover their own strengths and abilities. Similarly, real success is measured by the ability to impact people on a personal level. The best friendships, relationships, and family dynamics aren't formed around competition or personal achievement, but through love, care, and the ability to lift each other up. Success isn't about outperforming the people around you or getting more recognition than they do. Success, in a meaningful sense, is about helping those you care about achieve their own versions of greatness and happiness. It's the quiet support, the listening ear, the moments of encouragement that truly create a positive effect. In businesses, communities, and social systems, the most impactful figures are those who elevate others. Successful teachers make an impact on their students' lives by inspiring learning and instilling values that go beyond academics. In the same vein, mentors change the lives of those they guide by sharing their experiences and wisdom, and through the bond of trust they form. When you contribute to the growth of others, it enhances your own sense of accomplishment and fills you with a sense of purpose far deeper than any personal achievement could. This form of success is rooted in generosity, whether of time, knowledge, or care. The positive effects compound and create lasting change that extends far beyond the individual. This idea of influence through success challenges us to reconsider what we measure. Success that is grounded in influence asks us to take stock of the relationships we build, the trust we establish, and the kindness we offer. Success becomes less about how many followers we accumulate, how many deals we close, or how many things we acquire, and more about how many lives we touch and how deeply we affect those around us. It's the long-term difference we make. And while these results may not always show up in a paycheck or be immediately measurable in accolades, their importance is undeniable. Real success is not a zero-sum game. It's not about taking away from others to add to our own pile, but about spreading our abundance and helping others to rise alongside us. The truly successful are those who contribute more than they consume, people who leave others in a better position than they found them. The highest form of success is measured in the lives we change, the communities we help build, and the positive influence we bring to others. Success comes from doing meaningful work that excites and challenges you. In our culture, we often see success framed in a way that links it solely to external rewards, money, fame, or recognition. These are the things that are most visible and most commonly celebrated, but they only tell part of the story. At its true essence, real success comes from pursuing work that is fulfilling, that taps into what makes us feel alive, and that brings out the best in us. It is not enough to simply achieve. One must also enjoy and find purpose in what they are doing. When the work you do excites you, when it pushes you to be better, when it makes you eager to start every day, that is when you know you're moving in the right direction. Too many people find themselves trapped in jobs or lives that they don't find meaningful, stuck in routines that have no passion. These individuals may be successful by some conventional definition. They may have a good paycheck or hold a prestigious title, but the true feeling of success is missing because the work doesn't align with their deeper purpose. They may go through the motions day after day, perhaps achieving outward success, but inside they feel disconnected, drained, or unsatisfied. This is a trap that many fall into. It's easy to conform to the expectations laid out before you, work hard, get promoted, earn more money. But what happens when the work no longer excites you? What happens when the challenges feel insignificant or unimportant? That's when the real question arises, what's the purpose of it all? On the other hand, when you do work that challenges and excites you, it creates a sense of fulfillment that is deeply rewarding. Passion is a powerful motivator, and when you are passionate about your work, it stops feeling like a burden. It becomes a part of who you are. You wake up each day with a sense of anticipation and excitement to get things done, not because you have to, but because you want to. The best kind of work brings out not just your skills, but also your creativity, your imagination, and your energy. It asks you to stretch beyond your limits, to keep learning, growing, and evolving. Each task feels like a step on a path to something greater, and along the way, there's constant progress. This is the type of success that can bring true happiness. This kind of meaningful work is also closely linked to your values. When the work you do reflects what is most important to you, there is an intrinsic sense of joy and fulfillment that goes beyond surface achievements. If your values include making a difference in the world, helping others, or contributing to a cause greater than yourself, the work you do naturally aligns with these principles, and every small success feels more significant. You're not just moving through tasks, you're making progress towards something that reflects who you are and what you care about. It's a way of weaving your identity into the fabric of your work, so that the lines between your personal aspirations and your career aspirations become blurred. This is the place where work doesn't feel like work anymore, but an extension of yourself. Another aspect of meaningful work is that it provides challenges that keep you engaged. Success is not just about maintaining the status quo, it is about continuous learning, adapting, and evolving. When challenges excite you rather than discourage you, your work becomes an opportunity to prove your resilience, hone your skills, and push the boundaries of what you thought was possible. This sense of challenge should not be confused with constant struggle. Rather, it's the type of challenge that forces you to grow in new ways, think critically, and be innovative. It's about testing your own limits and finding new and better ways to approach problems. Work that challenges you in this way brings a sense of satisfaction. Each accomplishment not only moves you closer to your goals, but also enriches your own understanding and skill set. Success, in this sense, becomes less about the destination and more about the journey. Meaningful work is never just about crossing things off a checklist. It's about building momentum, refining your approach, and finding joy in the process of becoming better. Each day presents new opportunities to improve, to dive deeper into your interests, and to explore new possibilities. And because that work excites you, the progress feels worthwhile. Moreover, doing meaningful work creates a lasting sense of purpose. It is in doing work that aligns with who we are and what we care about that we find a deep sense of satisfaction and achievement. Work that excites you not only benefits your growth, but also enhances your sense of contribution and value in the world. Each project becomes a piece of something larger. Every challenge that you conquer gives you a sense of accomplishment that goes beyond superficial recognition and transforms into something far more important, a legacy of fulfilling work. But perhaps the most important benefit of meaningful work is its ability to inspire others. When you're truly excited by the work you do, you naturally attract others who want to be part of it, share in it, or learn from it. Passion is contagious, and when others see the joy, energy, and purpose you bring to your work, they begin to ask themselves, could I have that too? Could I create something meaningful in my own life? And by living out this example, you inspire the kind of transformation you hope to see in the world. True success is contagious, and it spreads when you're doing what excites and challenges you. Success is strengthened when it's shared with others and fosters growth. When we achieve something on our own, it often feels like a personal victory, and rightfully so. The efforts we put in, the sacrifices we make, and the obstacles we overcome are deeply significant to our sense of accomplishment. However, this achievement becomes even more meaningful when it is shared. Whether through collaboration, mentorship, or simply celebrating together, the true strength of success lies in its ability to extend beyond the individual and touch the lives of others. There's something profoundly impactful about sharing what we've gained with the people around us, whether they be colleagues, friends, or even complete strangers. This connection brings not only joy, but also a sense of belonging and purpose that elevates success to a higher level. At its core, success is not a solitary pursuit, it is inherently social and communal. When we reach the pinnacle of what we've worked hard for, there is a powerful desire to share it with others. That could be through sharing knowledge, offering opportunities, providing resources, or simply giving someone else the encouragement they need to keep moving forward. The success we achieve is, in part, the result of collective contributions, whether it's the guidance we've received from others, the teams we've worked with, or the lessons learned from those who've walked the path before us. So it's only natural that once we arrive at a point of success, we give back to those around us, helping to further lift them and elevate their opportunities for success. Sharing success is also important because it multiplies the impact that success can have. The effects of our success go far beyond our own experience when we extend them to others. A single individual might reach a goal or a dream, but that one victory can set off a ripple effect that creates waves of change in the lives of many. This concept of shared success helps break down barriers, unlock opportunities, and create networks of individuals who are working in unison toward common goals. I think of a community where people actively lift each other up. When success is shared, the possibilities for growth expand exponentially. One person's success can become the stepping stone for others' success. The power of shared success also comes from its ability to foster a spirit of generosity. When people begin to share the wealth of their knowledge and experience, they open doors for others in a way that creates lasting impact. A person who has attained success and then chooses to lift others up is not only continuing the cycle of positive influence, but is also contributing to a broader social ecosystem that values mutual support and growth. It's not about handing down what's already been achieved, but about providing people the resources, insight, and support they need to build their own version of success. This concept of mentorship in particular demonstrates the incredible strength that shared success holds. One mentor's knowledge and encouragement can shape the direction of someone else's career, giving them the tools, strategies, and belief they need to pursue their goals. When success is shared, it also promotes a collaborative environment where growth is less about competition and more about cooperation. This fundamentally alters how we view and approach challenges. Rather than seeing other people as obstacles or rivals, shared success teaches us to see others as collaborators, partners in a joint mission, or even sources of inspiration. In a team, when individual success is celebrated together, it strengthens the bonds between team members and fosters a sense of unity that is much stronger than any individual achievement. It shifts the focus away from winning and more towards creating value together, investing in collective success. This has profound effects on productivity, morale, and ultimately the depth of satisfaction found in achieving goals. Shared success also breeds empathy. When we actively share in the victories of others, we begin to recognize and celebrate the unique strengths each person brings to the table. It helps us see that success looks different for everyone, but that doesn't diminish its importance. When we share in the triumphs of others, whether by cheering them on, providing feedback, or offering a listening ear, we become more attuned to their journeys and struggles. It builds a culture of kindness, support, and understanding. Sharing success strengthens the understanding that we are all connected in some way and that true success cannot exist in isolation. We learn to appreciate the challenges and victories that others face, and in doing so, we learn to value our own success even more deeply. Moreover, sharing success teaches us that life is about more than achieving for the sake of accumulating. True success is not just about amassing achievements for ourselves, but finding ways to contribute to others' achievements. When we help others win, we also win. That's because the joy in success doesn't solely reside in the rewards or recognition we may receive. The deeper joy comes from watching others excel, from seeing them experience their own growth. The meaning of success expands when it's shared with others, transforming it from a narrow individual pursuit into a broad and far-reaching force for positive change. Success that is shared becomes part of something larger than any individual. It becomes the building blocks for a community of growth, mutual respect, and support. As more people experience success in this way, it builds momentum, creating a ripple effect that can touch countless lives. The strength of real success lies not in how much we gain, but in how much we give, share, and help others to accomplish their own goals. Overcoming challenges builds the foundation for true success. Success is often viewed through the lens of final accomplishments or public recognition. But what truly strengthens success is the way we handle adversity along the way. Challenges, struggles, and obstacles are inevitable. They are a natural part of life and are often a core component of the journey toward any meaningful achievement. But it is how we face these challenges, the resilience we display, and the lessons we learn from them that truly determine the depth and worth of our success. The process of overcoming difficulties is a key ingredient that not only defines what success looks like, but also deepens the satisfaction we derive from it. Every person who has achieved something meaningful can point to a series of obstacles or difficulties they had to overcome to reach their destination. These obstacles could be external things outside of their control, such as economic conditions, health challenges, or external opposition, or internal, like fear, self-doubt, and personal limitations. Regardless of the form they take, challenges force us to confront our limitations, adapt, and grow in ways we could never anticipate. In fact, challenges provide an opportunity for growth that success on its own cannot offer. Without these difficulties, the feeling of accomplishment would be less meaningful, and the success would feel superficial or fleeting. Part of the power of overcoming challenges comes from the way it strengthens resilience. It's one thing to achieve something easily, but it's something entirely different to achieve something after having faced and endured significant obstacles. The process of overcoming these hurdles forces us to develop perseverance and mental toughness. We learn that setbacks and failures are not the end, but merely a part of the journey. In facing adversity, we begin to understand that challenges are not signs that we're not meant to succeed, but rather opportunities to sharpen our abilities, increase our resourcefulness, and prove to ourselves that we are capable of far more than we ever thought possible. Resilience is a muscle that, like any other muscle in this body, becomes stronger with use. The more challenges we face and overcome, the more we expand our own potential. With each challenge we conquer, we carry forward a set of skills, wisdom, and strength that we never would have gained had we not been tested. Resilience also enables us to remain focused and optimistic in the face of difficulties. It allows us to stay committed to our goals even when things feel discouraging. Resilience doesn't come from avoiding hardship, it comes from the ability to push through those moments, learn from them, and ultimately use them to move closer to what we want to achieve. It's this quality of resilience that builds the foundation of genuine success. It makes success feel earned. And because it's earned, it feels incredibly rewarding. Furthermore, overcoming challenges creates the opportunity to refine and improve our strategies. Failure is an essential part of learning and improving. Through challenges, we confront the weaknesses in our plans, question our assumptions, and test the methods we have chosen. When something doesn't work, rather than seeing it as a failure, we can view it as an invaluable lesson that tells us how we need to adjust. With every misstep or mistake, we can recalibrate our approach and find new ways to tackle the same issue. These mistakes aren't just setbacks, they are the trial and error that allows us to innovate, become more strategic, and increase our chances of long-term success. By facing difficulty and embracing the lessons that come from it, we gain the wisdom required to craft better plans and take smarter actions as we move forward. Another key element of overcoming challenges is the way it develops humility. Success without challenge tends to breed entitlement and complacency. However, when we struggle and work to overcome hurdles, we gain a profound understanding of the value of effort, perseverance, and growth. Through difficulty, we realize that success is not something we are entitled to or that is simply handed to us. It is earned through persistence and learning. Humility develops when we accept that we won't always get things right, and that growth often requires setbacks and correction along the way. We start to understand that success requires collaboration, mentorship, and the willingness to ask for help, rather than believing we can do everything alone. The humility gained through facing challenges makes us more grounded and more appreciative of the success that we eventually achieve. It shifts the focus away from self-promotion and ego, and toward a healthier recognition of how far we've come. Overcoming challenges also helps us build confidence. As we face difficulties and find solutions, we gain belief in our own abilities. Even if the path is long or arduous, the mere act of confronting and navigating difficulties helps us realize that we are capable of more than we thought. This growing self-belief becomes a powerful fuel for continued effort. Confidence grows when we not only face problems head-on, but also when we solve them, gaining a sense of accomplishment after each hurdle cleared. As confidence builds, we begin to trust in our instincts, tap into our creativity, and pursue new opportunities without fear of failure holding us back. Overcoming challenges elevates the value of success. If everything came easily, success would lose its depth and significance. There would be little gratification in a victory that was given to us or in reaching a goal that came without effort. The satisfaction of overcoming obstacles is one of the most powerful aspects of success. Each challenge we face becomes a part of the story, a chapter of our journey that marks growth, learning, and resilience. It's not only the success itself that counts, but the way it's earned and the strength we gain from facing adversity. When success is built upon challenges, it becomes far more meaningful. It reflects a journey that is both personal and transformative. True success comes from living a life aligned with your values and principles. In a world that often emphasizes the pursuit of external rewards like fame, wealth, and power, it can be easy to forget what truly constitutes success on a personal level. We are bombarded by societal pressures, success stories of others, and expectations from external sources that can distort our perception of what is truly meaningful. The pursuit of success then becomes less about achieving societal markers of success and more about being true to who we are, living in alignment with our deeply held values and principles. When we act with integrity and live authentically, the success we experience becomes both fulfilling and sustainable, touching not just the surface but our core. Living in alignment with your values means understanding deeply what truly matters to you beyond the superficial measures that others may present. These core values guide the decisions you make, the actions you take, and how you show up in the world. Whether it's prioritizing honesty, generosity, family, creativity, or social justice, success is rooted in staying true to these inner beliefs even when the external world seems to push you in different directions. When we stray from these values, whether consciously or unconsciously, our sense of success becomes diluted because it no longer resonates with the essence of who we are. Without this alignment, there's an emptiness even in achieving the outward signs of success. You might earn accolades or material rewards, but if you've compromised on what you hold dear, the fulfillment will be temporary and ultimately unsatisfying. On the other hand, when your actions align with your personal principles, a deeper sense of fulfillment arises. It feels purposeful. A clear example of this can be seen in individuals who prioritize making an impact rather than focusing solely on personal gain. While money and fame might not come immediately, the work they do that aligns with their values brings them a sense of true success that doesn't fade. Take, for example, individuals involved in social causes, educators who dedicate their lives to shaping minds, or creatives who follow their passions regardless of marketability. These people may face significant obstacles in their paths and may not always experience the same financial or public recognition as others, but the work they do is in line with what they believe is truly important. Their success, therefore, is sustainable because it is a reflection of their true selves. It doesn't depend on external validation, but on an internal satisfaction that comes from staying true to their mission. Success that is driven by values also has a ripple effect on the people around us. When we live by our principles, we inspire others to reflect on their own lives and values. This inspirational quality is one of the strongest forms of success. By embracing our values and showing up authentically, we become role models for others, offering them permission to do the same. This happens both intentionally through mentoring or leadership and unintentionally simply by living our truth. People who lead by example, who aren't swayed by shortcuts or compromises, create communities of trust and respect. Their success becomes the success of everyone around them because they build relationships, environments, and opportunities that support authenticity and alignment with core values. Another critical element of living in alignment with your values is the resilience it brings. Life will undoubtedly throw obstacles and hardships our way, and without a foundation grounded in our deepest values, it's easy to lose sight of our purpose when times get tough. However, when you live authentically and stick to your principles, you become stronger in your pursuit of success. Difficulties don't feel as discouraging because your why, the reason you're pushing forward, is rooted deeply in what you believe. The value of what you're doing is clear, and this clarity makes it easier to persist through the hard times. When you face adversity with a sense of purpose tied to your values, success becomes something you keep moving toward despite challenges, rather than something that feels elusive or impossible. The tension between external success and inner values is often most apparent when individuals make compromises that undermine their integrity for the sake of convenience, profit, or societal approval. These choices can feel like shortcuts at first, ways to achieve goals more quickly or easily. However, these compromises often lead to a sense of dissatisfaction or disillusionment, because the success they yield lacks real substance. Living outside of our values or allowing external pressures to dictate our decisions creates dissonance. This discord happens when we realize that the success we've gained doesn't bring the peace, satisfaction, or joy that we thought it would. Over time, this misalignment erodes the real success that could have been achieved by following what we truly believed in. When we prioritize living according to our values, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency and intentionality. Real success doesn't come from being flawless or making every choice perfectly aligned all the time. It comes from the commitment to strive for alignment, even when it's difficult, even when it means making unpopular choices, or when success is delayed because the path requires more integrity. Real success is a marathon, not a sprint. The deeper satisfaction that comes from living authentically may not always present immediate rewards, but the long-term benefits are immeasurable. Success becomes more about the journey and less about an end destination. In the end, the sense of fulfillment, peace of mind, and overall well-being you experience as a result of aligning your work, actions, and decisions with your values is the true measure of success. In a world constantly shifting its standards for what success should look like, the ability to hold on to and live by your values will ensure that your success stays meaningful. The external markers will fade, but the internal satisfaction that comes from living a life aligned with your core values will remain. That is where true success lies, in being consistent, genuine, and unwavering in your commitment to what you believe in. Now, let me be clear, the path to real success is not easy. It's filled with obstacles and setbacks, moments where you'll wonder if it's worth it. But every time you persist through adversity, you become something more, a leader, a guide, a force for good. And that is the essence of real success. So let's think about the things that really matter, the lives we impact, the fulfillment we find, the connections we foster. When we start there, we begin to realize that success isn't something external we chase, it's something internal we build every day. That's real success. A life that is purposeful, impactful, and shared. Thank you.